A few months ago Infinix launched its latest 5G-powered device, the Infinix Note 12 Pro 5G. The mid-range device includes a 108-megapixel triple rear camera as well as a large 5000 mAh battery. The device was created in collaboration with PUBG. It has a Dimensity 810 5G chipset at the helm and 8GB RAM with an additional 5GB for a total of 13GB Super RAM. The Infinix Note 12 Pro 5G is built around a 6.7-inch AMOLED display, which requires two hands for my average-sized hands to operate. This isn't too bad because the phone is only 7.9mm thick. This phone does not have a fast refresh rate, but it does have an AMOLED display with better colors. The volume rocker and power button are located on the device's right side. The fingerprint scanner is also located in this area. The back of the Infinix Note 12 Pro 5G is made of plastic. The Force Black colorway has a beautiful wavy textured design that also helps to reduce fingerprints. The textured design gives it a more premium appearance, but when you pick it up, you can definitely feel the plastic, which isn't always a bad thing. The majority of the back panel is free of fingerprints, but the top section, which houses the rectangular camera module, is covered in them. This takes up roughly 1/3 of the back panel and has a glossy finish on both the camera island and the extended bit, which I assume is for symmetry and aesthetic purposes. I like the textured design, but the extended glossy area for camera module symmetry is not for me. It just collects far too many fingerprints for my taste. Fortunately, it comes with a silicone case that you can use. A USB-C port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, a speaker grill, and a microphone are located on the device's bottom. The Infinix Note 12 Pro 5G is equipped with a MediaTek Dimensity 810 chipset, 8GB RAM, and 128GB storage. The combination provided a very smooth experience, especially in everyday use. My usual routine of watching YouTube and Netflix videos, checking various social media platforms, and checking my email went off without a hitch. I played a variety of games while gaming, including League of Legends Wild Rift, Call of Duty Mobile, Apex Legends Mobile, and Genshin Impact, to name a few. Unsurprisingly, the Infinix Note 12 Pro 5G was capable of handling the highest graphics settings in the MOBAs League of Legends Wild Rift and Mobile Legends Bang Bang. In addition, I was able to reach the maximum level in Call of Duty Mobile and Apex Legends Mobile. The heavier games I played, namely Genshin Impact and Diablo Immortal, performed best in medium settings. There were significant freezes at higher settings. However, it is not a major issue. The AMOLED display and stereo speakers made watching videos and playing games more enjoyable. However, over the AMOLED panel, I would have preferred a higher refresh rate. In any case, I believe it all comes down to personal preference. The Infinix Note 12 Pro 5G comes with a 108-megapixel main rear camera, a 2-megapixel depth lens, and a 2-megapixel macro sensor. It's not my favorite camera module configuration because you're essentially only using one camera, albeit a very capable one. Overall, the camera performed well, with good bokeh effect when needed and good details and contrast. However, I noticed that the camera oversaturated the colors at times. The rear camera also has a super night mode that captures more light by using a longer exposure time. This takes some time, and in my experience, the rear camera with AI was sufficient for night shots. It's a useful shooting mode, but I think it's a little too niche for me. A 16-megapixel front camera with an LED flash is located on the top right side. The camera produced adequate photos, nothing spectacular, but sufficient to be shared on social media. I liked how they included an LED flash. It has a soft light that allows you to take selfies even in the darkest of environments. I believe that more phones should have a front-facing LED flash. The Infinix Note 12 Pro 5G has a 5000 mAh battery that supports 33-watt fast charging. When put through the PC Mark battery test, it lasted an impressive 14 hours and 35 minutes. This was definitely consistent with how it performed in my experience with the device. This dipped slightly for me on days when I snuck in a couple of hours of gaming, but it was still impressive. It was also not difficult to charge the device. The device took about 1 hour and 30 minutes to charge from 0% to 100%. Meanwhile, 30 minutes of charging yields approximately 44% battery life. This should give you enough energy to get back home or to listen to more music/watch more videos while traveling back home. The Note 12 Pro 5G comes pre-installed with XOS 10.6.0. I believe it is the most distinctive Android skin available, but it is also quite divisive. It's refreshing to see another color in a UI, but it's not my cup of tea. The settings and notifications panels are predominantly green in XOS 10.6.0. The latter is where I wish there was a little more color. Normally, the colored logos of the apps appear in the notification panel, making it easier to tell which is which. This time around, it's just all green. The phone also comes with a slew of pre-installed apps. When booting up a phone, I prefer a clean slate or the option to choose which apps will be installed. However, the user interface isn't all that bad. It has extended RAM, which uses a small amount of storage to provide you with more RAM. This is something you may not notice unless you enjoy optimizing the performance of your devices, but it is useful to have. Furthermore, for those who like to use folders to organize their apps on the home screen, XOS allows you to swipe through the folders by opening just one folder. This eliminates the need to open one folder, close it, and then open another, in favor of opening one folder and swiping among them. It also has game mode, which provides a more immersive gaming experience. When gaming, my favorite game mode feature is the option to have notifications simply scroll across the top of the display as text. This allowed me to stay on top of my notifications without interfering with my gaming sessions as the more traditional drop-down notification would have.